3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action. Lucas. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lucas. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll bring up a second down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a big play there for Atlanta.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Hensley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Kirk. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw. Lucas escaping the pressure right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll roll him out right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Lucas. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
49ers 14. St. Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll look to throw here on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lucas. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down now, Hensley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. A final shot before break. Lucas to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the 2nd half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And, Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Off play action. Lucas rolling to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To throw on third down, Lucas finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st and 10, Lucas throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. But that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the 49ers are going to get it back here at just past the 35.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, 27 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our game here in the third. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. On first down, Lucas. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Throwing on first down, Lucas flushed out right. Finding room to the 20. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. On 1st and 10, Lucas. Complete to Stewart, right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Where's the mic? Watch one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Montez Sweat, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A handoff. It's Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And, partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Looking to throw. Lucas. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. On first down, Lucas. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Well, now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On second down, Hensley finding some room at midfield, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Throwing on first down, Lucas eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Niners are right back in this football game.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Atlanta, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.